We started our art collection as print collectors. It was the best objects by a certain artist that we could afford. And so we were able to get really, really wonderful examples of prints. In fact, the first two artists we ever acquired were Robert Motherwell and Roy Lichtenstein. And this was in 1978, 79. It was after doing a lot of research and buying some junky things, just because you have to live with work for a while too. And I don't mean a specific work. If you've never lived with art before, you got to hang some art up on the wall and hang out with it every day and see if it speaks to you, see if it talks to you. So at that point in time, we figured out that there was this very interesting print world, and it was a way of getting really respected examples of the best artists in the world's work. And so we began to focus on that very, very quickly, acquiring works by Lichtenstein, Rauschenberg, Johns, Susan Rothenberg, later in the 80s, Robert Longo, a lot of the artists of the 70s and 80s. And that was a big focus of ours. We built a collection over probably a decade that numbered 300 examples of lithographs, seriographs, woodcuts, etchings, things like that, except we lived in a very small one-bedroom apartment, and you have to frame those things, otherwise they get damaged. And we didn't have wall space for 300 works of art, and so we just began to stack them up against the wall, one on top of the other. It made my wife, Deborah, a little insane. And you try to find the best examples of what you're doing. That's always what you're trying to do as a collector. You're really trying to figure out what connoisseurship is, and how do you achieve it. It's a lot of work.